Let's see, it looks like we're just about live. What are you doing over there? Ah. Well, looks like I might be live here. Doing over there. Yep, yeah, so I'm live for sure. Sending out the tweet now. Live streaming again. Live for the code. All right. Well, if you caught my live stream yesterday, I started working on a game, sort of. Anyways, and I don't know if I've got a whole lot of time to do that tonight, but I'll be doing something for sure. Interesting. Anyways, let me just get that started. So I'm using SDL2 and doing some C programming. I guess I should launch Visual Studio here. Get that up so you can see that and see where I left off yesterday. So I did order a new webcam, so I'm thinking that this crappy one that I've got that's probably going in and out with my mouth seconds off kind of sucks. So I'll be getting the other one here eventually. All right, so let's see where I was at yesterday. I was not using a drift. That's an old LD game. Manage connections, sure. And I want to go to Rellik, which again was a world that I created a long time ago. If you watch my first stream, that's what I'll be streaming here. Yeah, why not? I don't care. Okay, so I've kind of wondered if white is best for this or if dark. I mean, I see a lot of streams where the dark theme is kind of used. Maybe I'll switch over to that, see how that works. All right, so where I left off yesterday is I could launch a window. And as you can see, here's my window. Woohoo! That's what I've got. I added a little bit of stuff after I finished streaming yesterday. I added kind of a quasi game loop here. Not really much there. I created a renderer. And I pulled for events, and I listened for the close event, and then I exit out if that happens. So really didn't do much since yesterday. But I've got a little bit of time, and one of the things I kind of want to figure out is, so there's, SDL's got this like 2D renderer, apparently, that comes with it, or you can use OpenGL. I'm not sure if you can use them together. I don't really quite understand it, to be honest. It's kind of like an XNA maybe, where you've got sprite batch and you can do your sprite mode, sprite batch like that, and then you could actually do 3D stuff in that as well. I never really did any 3D stuff. I haven't really decided if the game should be 3D or 2D. I mean, most MMOs, and this, I don't know if I would call this an MMO. It's probably closer to a MOBA. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, most of those kinds of things, they have 3D graphics. And now with SDL, apparently you can get OpenGL. And I did a little bit of OpenGL in college. If I had access to my old PC, if I turned it on, it would be a lot loud, fairly loud. You hear in the background. And I could probably bring up some old code and see if I could get it working with SDL. But you know what I might just try to do is, let's see if I can just get a cube up and rendering and spinning. I don't know if that'll be too hard. SDL, I'm just going to do some Googling here. I'll show you that. I was talking with some guys earlier today about streaming and the fact that you're putting it out there, and it's like just showing you how much I don't know about stuff. And now I know stuff, and most of it is just the ability to Google, right? I don't know if that's the case. You know, I think when you're dealing with APIs and stuff, the only way to really learn it is to go read it and look into ways that it's done. I mean, you can't. I mean, what's the difference really between Googling a bunch of stuff and reading a book on it and regurgitating it? And one, you do it in college. The other one is what you do pretty much all the time in real life. So eventually you know it, and then you don't have to go look it up. But I want to do SDL OpenGL 3D box. I wonder if I could do that. Box. And rendering cube. Hey, why not? This might be old because there is like SDL1. I'm not exactly sure what all I need. Tutorial making a cube. I don't really want to watch YouTube videos on this. There goes my dog. Using SDL with OpenGL. If I can do that, I could probably figure out how to get a cube up. I'd have to remember how to get OpenGL going. SDL OpenG2. This is now available. Is it? SDL and OpenGL 2. Now I know there's also, I think on this, an OpenGL 3 I could look at. Yeah. Anyways, so init, we init video. It looks like it's setting the GL version there. And that's prior to Windows. So let's go ahead and modify this to do that. So here's where I create my window. I think I'll put it up here. And I can change that later. I'll just copy that out. Let's just see if I can get that to build and go. Because I don't know. Yeah, okay. So I didn't break anything. It knows about that. Now, this tutorial, one thing, I looked this up earlier, is that you need this STL window OpenGL. Otherwise, it doesn't use OpenGL. Maybe it doesn't use it by default. But you have to tell it, yeah, you know, you want to use a OpenGL in your window. So I'll add that to my create window. And hopefully everything still works. Yep, it does. Perfect. Now for the tricky part. Maybe? No? Okay, so kind of reminds me of like WebGL. If you've ever done WebGL. Or no, Phaser maybe. Can't remember what the heck I was doing, really, to be honest. No, it must be WebGL. You can get context to things. You can get a canvas, or you can get WebGL, or just graphics programming in JavaScript in general. You get a context. It could be WebGL, could be canvas. I don't know if it's been a while since I've done that, but you can see this. There's this get create context. I think that's kind of what I need. What is create? G context, though. Of course, they make a global variable. I hate global variables. Who likes global variables? When I was younger, it was like, oh, just make it global. That'd be fun. Or that'd be fine. It's okay. You can make it global. And then I realized how stupid I was for believing that, because it's like, where did this come from? Where did it create? Oh, it's way the hell up here. And I hate them. I hate them now. I absolutely can't stand global variables. Okay, so we create a context from our window. So let's go ahead and do that. So context, and that's not a pointer, really? Oh no, it is. G context. It just must be a pointer by default, is what I'm guessing. Yep, it certainly is. It doesn't really tell you what its type is. It's just a void star, so I'll just copy this in here instead of writing it all out and fix that, because I don't want those G. I'm not G, no G's, no globals. Okay, and that can of course return null if. So I don't know if this stuff down here. I don't know if I'll need this renderer. I don't think I will. Maybe I do. I'll figure that out later. But I know I'll probably need my polling event. Anyways, so if context does not equal equals null rather, then I need to fail out. Sorry if my typing is there. Return 1. Now, technically, I should probably destroy the window too. This is where that layering of stuff comes. You should really build up this thing so you don't have, you know, if. Now, a lot of people will just do if statements down. I like to just end it and return. It makes it easier to, well, maybe it doesn't make things easier to split out later. I don't know. I've gotten used to doing this because I always print. And I figure if you've got these epic long destroy sequences, you should just embed those into another layer. But yeah. Okay, anyways, so if that fails, now they have it so that we set swap interval, which unable to set up vsync. So I've always kind of wondered what the hell vsync is. Vsync stands for vertical synchronization. Oh, really? Basic idea is that synchronizes your frames per second with monitor refresh rate. Okay, purpose of this eliminate thing called tearing. Yeah, that seems like it would be alright to use, so let's go ahead and use vsync. Now this is not in a while loop, I'm guessing. I think this must just be something, okay, yeah, it's just setting. So, okay. SDL set swap interval. And looks like they just warning. I don't like extraneous stuff like that if I don't need it. I hate curly braces like that. I kind of almost want to do it JavaScript style too. I don't know why it feels weird to jump between them. Anyways, and initGL, which I think is their own function here. Okay, initGL. What are they doing here? Matrix mode, projection matrix, which I sort of remember from college. Versus, so it's projection versus orthogonal. It's not, definitely not orthopedic. That has to do with your feet, I think. So, GL projection matrix. Load identity, which is the basic, the identity matrix, which is just nothing. Get error, check for error. Okay, are there any problems? No. Matrix mode, model view. Don't remember what model view is. Oh, I think it probably sets your matrix to, man, it's been a while since I've done this. I used to know kind of what model view. Again, I haven't done GL since college, but I think the idea is to, you've got a model you're loading in, and you want a matrix to actually just modify that model, not the projection of it in the world. So I'm guessing that's what it is. If anybody could clarify, that'd be cool. You know, well, I did that with vsync, right? Model view matrix. Difference between model view and, well, I know what kind of a projection is. It's what you look like in the world. Model view is the concatenation of the model and the view matrix. Oh, really? Model and view. View matrix defines the position of the camera, whereas the model matrix is the primitives you're going to draw. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like hooking. It must be hooking up, yeah, your view onto the world with the model you're looking at. So yeah. Yeah, he's right. It is model view. It's exactly what it says it is. Okay, so he loads identity and then just checks for errors. And yeah, clears color and checks for errors after everything. See, I hate this because it's like, if there was an error, you're still going to do this other stuff. And I feel like you should just leave. Stop wasting time. We don't really need handling keys, but we do need the rendering. So this init GL happens at the end of your init, and then you do your drawing. Oh, we will need to do key binding later to spin the cube, I'm sure. The last time I made a cube in OpenGL, well, other than OpenTK, which I think was kind of like an OpenGL C# binding, was a picture of me and this team at this coding competition, and it was us drinking a bunch of Mountain Dew because we drank a huge amount of Mountain Dew at this coding competition. In fact, I probably have a picture on Facebook somewhere. I'm going to see if I can't find it. Why? Because does it have to be always about coding? I don't know. It could be about whatever I feel like. It's probably way in the past. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time with it. You just want to watch me code, right? If I can't find it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm not gonna find it. Oh well. Anyways, so I made this cube that spun. Actually, I probably put that cube on Facebook too, just because I thought it was just really cool. So it should be in my pictures somewhere. My photos, which I don't take actually a whole lot of. It's probably less of pictures with me in it. Albums. Maybe I could look at my albums. Oh, here we go. This is my last cube I made. See that? Team U Steve. We were at this competition. Max Kruger, Philip Naparalski. They're friends of mine. Oh, I made a multiplexer in 8-to-1 multiplexer in Gary's mod, so that was kind of fun. Yeah, but that was the last time I made a cube. If you want, Steve is actually in the Urban Dictionary for a bunch of stuff you don't really want to know. But see, it's a acronym that has many meanings, but ultimately is a group of college students that took third place in a coding competition in northern Minnesota in 2008 with high on sugar and caffeine from excessive Mountain Dew. See, that is exactly what it is. It's got 4 upvotes. You can buy the mug. Best mug ever. No way. This is so cool. I am very excited about this for some stupid reason. Anyways, back to coding. That was the last time I made a cube for a very, very long side look at it. So, yeah. Ow. Oh, I'm still hurting from yesterday's fall. If you didn't know, I took a tumble. I think I bruised or cracked a rib or something. So I'm kind of pissed today because I will not be able to exercise. But what am I doing here? Okay, so set up vsync. I'm just going to assume this is going to be successful and not check for errors unless something doesn't work. Obviously, you don't want to check for errors if you're doing it for reals. But I'm not doing it for reals, so let's go ahead and just do this. Yeah, matrix modes. We've got the... Okay, so it does not know where to find GL projection, which is because I need to add an include, at least one include, if not more. If I even have that. Now, yes I do, which is cool because I did not know I had it. It's probably in those. Probably comes along with the whole SDL thing, and it knows about the matrices. Cool. Now I wonder if I need SDL OpenGL.h as it's kind of listed here. Maybe. I'm gonna keep going with it until I know I need it, because I don't know I need it quite yet. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, set the model views at that. Yeah. Clear color. Why not? Wow, hello. So that will clear my screen, make it black, is what I'm assuming. Perfect. Handle keys, this is going to toggle the thing on and off. Okay, yeah, so it's just, do I have a quad or not? Do it or do not do it. Okay, so that sets the, this weird lag, weird. So this sets the actual background color to, I'm guessing, black. Yeah, 000 black. I don't like that. Why don't they just do like, what is that point? I don't know. Sorry, that annoys me. I've got my weird game loop down here. I guess I can just set that. And put in the unit rectangle there. I'm just going to tab that in so I can see it. And let's just see if I can get a rectangle. Oh, no, it's like you can't do that because you don't know anything about OpenGL, is I'm guessing what's happening here. I either need to, there's either some includes that is in SDL OpenGL.h that is dependent. I don't think that would be the case. Bad suffix. What? GL clamp, which is what? Float. You don't have to do that, do you? Really? I guess we're not in C# land anymore. No, I don't remember having to put points there for sure. Well, there, I'm stupid. I'll just undo that because apparently I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so now we're having external symbols. So we have got to find OpenGL and see if we've got it. No, I don't think it would have come with it. So do I have OpenGL in my libs folder that I created yesterday? Probably not. Still got a little half an hour or so. Libs. Yeah, so they don't send us along with OpenGL. But I have it because otherwise I wouldn't be able to find gl.h. So I gotta find where in Windows to grab it. Now this tutorial, does it tell me? OpenGL location Windows. Again, I actually used to know where this was back in college, which was 2008 when I did that particular class. Glue. OpenGL. Location Windows. Okay, you know what? Where? Maybe this one's got it. Minge and Sindwins? No, I want actual real life. Straight up Windows. Okay, C program files, Windows, Microsoft SDK. Okay. Well, let's see if they're there. Shall we? Program files, Microsoft. That was my dog. Program files. You know what? I become a big freaking idiot once I'm live streaming. It's kind of like someone's watching over your shoulder. I mean, nobody's technically watching me right now, but I know that you will be watching me in the future. Maybe. Probably not. Microsoft SDKs. And I don't know if I probably don't need the x86, so I should probably go into the 64 version because I think I'm using 64. If I'm not, I don't know what I'm doing. I just get a little bit confused by that. Okay. Program files. There's of course no Microsoft SDK in there, so maybe I'll have to go back to the other one. Probably. And it has it in Windows. And oh, they're probably in 2010, so let's just grab the latest and see what we got. Nothing in there. 8-bin, nothing. Yeah. This is leading me down the rabbit hole, I think, maybe. Maybe I just needed to go here all along. So we got OpenGL in here. Probably not. What I should be doing is going in and seeing what other people have done. Okay, so obviously I've got it somewhere. Where is this file location for this? Is there a shortcut, I wonder, to open file location? I thought you could just right click and say, hey, give it to me. Probably not, though. I didn't know there was that shortcut in there. That's cool. Alright, so let us look it up again. So, SDL2 OpenGL lib library. Windows location setup. Linking. Okay, CoreGL, glue, glut. I don't want glut. Maybe I do. No, I think I don't. Oh yeah, System 32. I bet it's in there. For glut. It might be somewhere else. I don't know. I hate setup. Don't you? Doesn't everyone just hate setup? System 32 or wow, 64. Well, there's OpenGL, which I should have always known it was in here for the DLL. But where is the lib to link against is the question. There's probably another folder I'm missing. Static library. Oh, there's static libraries. Kept under the lib directory. Is there a lib directory in here? Negative. You can tell I'm such a pro at this stuff. I should just download OpenGL separately for Windows and just put it in my project lib folder. Then I'll have it for sure. Right? I wonder if I can do that. Ooh, we have OpenGL 4.5. Nice. Getting started. Downloading for Windows. A appropriate Windows driver websites. Okay. And of course I probably already have it. It's been so long since I've set this stuff up. Somebody was asking me today if I should use monogame or if we should use SDL2. And I'm like, I haven't responded yet, but it's like, in monogame I can be up and running with something fairly quickly. With this, not so much. Mostly because I have really no idea what I'm doing. Because, I mean, you're getting a lot lower level. Monogame takes a lot, does a lot of stuff for you. Whereas this, you really have to put it all together. I hate the platform stuff, though. I mean, getting into the code would be nice. Back to the code. Getting into the game-specific code would be nice. Okay. I am just Googling all terribly wrong. Again, because you're watching. You're the problem, not me. Yeah, I am the problem. Alright, so SDL2 Visual Studio 2015 setup. OpenGL. Maybe that'll tell us where it is, just because somebody will have had to reference setting up the lib. You can find the libs here, okay. Including them, perfect. I did that, Select, did all that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can find OpenGL. Ooh, part 1, next post. Multiplayer TCP. Why would you use TCP though? That's the question. Old versus new. Glue, glide, glue. OpenGL. Rendering context. Cool, cool. Setting it up. Try simple header files. First thing you already had. Okay, did that. Linux, Mac, you're probably fine. Windows. Put download variant headers from the glue web page. Oh, so I do need to download something apparently. Oh, SourceForge, I hate you though. So I should already have these somewhere, as you would think. But I probably don't because I'm totally hosed. Yeah, let's go ahead and extract these suckers. Oh, sorry, I got caught up doing something else. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just put this whole thing into my project directory instead of screwing around with Windows. I did end up ignoring this whole thing. Actually, just paste it Alright, now we need to add the libs. Incorrect locations for the linker, probably. Which we will do. Man, I'm tired for some reason. So after I get done with this tonight, I'm actually going to go see Star Wars for the 4th time, I think. And it's a little late. Star Wars has obviously been out for a while. In fact, I've got it on DVD already. But I'm going to be seeing it at a drive-in. So yes, we still have a drive-in about 30 miles from where I live. It's one of the last ones, I think, in Minnesota. One of maybe two. Maybe two? I don't know. Release MX. And so we're going to go do that. Have some popcorn, watch some movie, and relax. Well, let's just say we're doing 32-bit, because I really don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay. And I need to probably require that DLL. I should have brought up that thing yet. So glue32 lib is what they want, so I'll just add that as a requirement. Yeah, okay, done that, and DLL in the project folder. Make sure I got the right place for that thing though. There's glue32. And I'm not sure what the MX version is. Have to figure that out later. Go to the bin. Let's copy this over. Plop it into my bin. Source. Paste her in there. Yes. Glue32D lib. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Probably put a D where I shouldn't have. Why did I have a D there? I just like D for some reason, apparently. Okay, still all unresolved, of course. So that's glue. Probably just need OpenGL lib added, which is probably a Windows thing that was in the sys32 folder, so I probably just need to add that to my linker. Dependencies. Hey, there we go. Now I'm not seeing anything, and it's really not working the way I'd expect. But it is. Wow, look at that. I grab it and it's like, I don't really feel like moving around right now. Why do you suppose that is? Maybe there's an error actually that I didn't collect, because that should have caused some problems. So let's go add that error handling that I should have added in there originally. And of course I've lost my original tutorial that I was following, and there we go. Just throw these in there. Figure out what we did wrong. They did it after every... What is error? What is error, baby? Don't hurt me. I'll just throw it up top here for a sec. Success, we'll just return 1. I'm not going to worry too much about the actual codes. I just want to get this to work today before my wife comes back in about 10 minutes. With our daughter, and we head out to the drive-in. glue error string referenced in. So now you can't find GL get error. Is that it? Glue error string. Oh. Yeah, we don't really need all that. Let's just go fail. So I don't have to worry about finding it for right now, because I probably didn't do something correctly. Oh, and I missed one. Really, I mean, it's not like I'm producing something in production at this point. This is really, you know, my prototype. Wow, that is terrible. Look at that. It's like slow-mo. I wonder if it's because I'm streaming or what it is. Maybe it's just because I'm running with debug? No. Well, that helped. Still latency on it. Wow, that is nuts. Okay, obviously I'm doing something all wrong. But I have a window. So, what am I doing wrong is the question. For E, render swap window, update screen, that might help. Hey, that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Doesn't that? Oh, and it works so nicely. So I was just missing something stupid. But that is not a square. Should it be, though? I never really looked at the actual vertices we're drawing. So we're going from -5 to 5. So that's 1, -5, down. So yeah, it should be a square. That's kind of peculiar that we're getting a rectangle. It's probably something to do with the projection matrix, I would guess. I mean, I am loading identity into it. Matrix mode projection, just set identity, matrix mode. And probably, I bet there needs to be some sort of a, let's say, matrix mode, GL. I thought there was orthographic. GL matrix mode. Model view projection texture color. Okay. Is my screen? What happens if I resize that sucker? Does the model change? Nope, it stays positioned as you would expect. It's a little weird how it moves around like that. I'm still a little perplexed as to why it's not a square. Yep, they go from -1 to 1, of course. I know that. Oh, wider than it is tall. Where did I get coordinate? Like just, oh, you're gonna have to set the projection matrix to orthographic perspective. So the perspective that we're setting, not derp. I'm such an idiot, probably. No, I am an idiot, but that makes no sense. It's not actually the it's the perspective that we need to change. Okay. So how do we do that? Perspective, ortho, OpenGL, set perspective. Orthographic. GL ortho. Just glue perspective. Now, where do I need to do that is the question. If there's any specific place. Ortho, so it sets projection, loads identity, and then does ortho, then switch to model. So let's go ahead and try that. Actually, we'll just copy their exact settings here. I'm fine with that. Are you fine with that? Are you fine with that? Again, I haven't done much in 3D programming in a really long time. And I'm whispering to myself. Why? I don't know. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Okay, let's go ahead and pop it in. Where did I say? Right here. Now we lost the cube. What should be not a cube, but a square. Okay, so we're going from -1, double left, double right, -1, bottom is -1, top is 5 is the near plane, 100 is the far plane. I probably need to go, depends on what plane I'm on. Okay, so I got the near plane, far plane. So why did it, okay, let's go back to that again. Here in the render, we're clearing the screen, and then rendering is enabled. We render the quad. The important thing to know is OpenGL uses normalized coordinates. Okay, so it's exactly there to there. So what I would need to do is set this to the resolution, or to the same aspect ratio as what I have. So it's stretching it. Duh. Okay, so my window is height width 720p. I can't remember what the heck that is. Oops, shoot. I'm a total amateur, so 1280. So 1.56. Is that even right? I don't know what I'm doing. There, that looks more like a square, right? I don't think I got the exact 1.562. So that takes into account the resolution of my window. Right, so I'm getting more of a square now anyways, which is about where I wanted to be. I got about 4 minutes to get this done. It doesn't quite look like a perfect square though. It's still kind of pissing me off. But anyways, now if I... Yeah, it doesn't really know much about changing the resolution. I suppose it's got its projection to be from there to the original window width or whatever. And when I go down, it's starting down here and it's going up like that. That's how I'm guessing it's work. Or actually, the origin was probably originally the center of the square. Anyways, cool. Well, I got a square. I have got a square in a window. That is what you learned today. Not really what you learned, but I learned because I followed this tutorial on lazyfoo.net, who was very nice and gracious to put this up just for me and everyone else probably too. So I'll probably do some streaming tomorrow again, maybe a little bit longer depending on what I'm doing. I'm not really sure that I really gained anything today other than going, yeah, I can do some 3D. I can do some 3D stuff. Why not? Yeah, well, anyways, I better get ready to get going to Star Wars, so I am going to sign off now. Have a good night.